Clare Cunningham here. So this is me. Very personal song, but I think anybody can relate if you've ever felt like you've cheated your own thyself to blend in with a crowd, or changed your ideals in a way just so that you would be socially accepted, etc. Personally, you know, it took me about 3 decades to become truly comfortable in who I am as a person, my ideas, my what I would consider normal for me, in honestly getting to that point in life where other people's opinions truly don't take an effect on me. That being said, we're all human and we're flesh, so as much as we say we don't care what people think, I think if you're human, you're always going to care to some degree, but it's to the level of that degree how it affects your life personally. I probably spent most of my childhood and adolescence and probably into my 20s being the social chameleon who literally just tried to blend in and not be too extrovert. I was always called weird, unique. I heard those terms a lot, and I guess part of me always was kind of going my own way, because I didn't do what everybody did in my small village, say. I did take a career path that wasn't the typical pathway, and I was very kind of not opinionated, but I always felt in my gut what felt right and what didn't. And so I learned habits such as changing my personality to fit into the room, wherever that was, throughout the years. So I would be a little more reserved in certain areas of my life, or I would keep my opinions more to myself. And I think years of suppressing who you truly are will take an effect on any person. And I think everybody who goes through life, you know, deals with a bit of this anyway. It's kind of normal, I think. You know, we live in a world where we're surrounded by the media who create this perfect world, and the things we should say and the things we should do, and I feel like people, including myself for years, kind of put on this mask to fit into those ideals. And I think when you do that, you really truly lose who you truly are. And it's a human desire to always be loved by everybody, but that's also impossible. And I think the longer you live life, the more you realize that. And so I really am happy and I'm comfortable knowing that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and not everybody's going to be mine. But it's being able to do life and accept people for who they are. And I think we're in a horrible time in life right now where everybody's opinions is based on, you know, their religious beliefs or their political beliefs. But people just you just gotta know the person, who is the person deep down in there, you know. I think a lot of people also sacrifice themselves to please others, whether that's pleasing your teacher at school, your parents, your peers, those who surround you, you know. And I think obviously we have to respect people, but that doesn't mean you have to change who you are deep down inside to be loved by somebody. And I think, unfortunately, I think a lot of people do that when they first get into romantic relationships. They portray this perfect version of themselves that isn't really true, and maybe that person really truly loves the real you, but they don't get to see that, or it's too late by the time that real person comes out. So I think this song is basically just giving myself and anybody who's listening permission Like, take me as I am, you know, love me or hate me, really I don't care, because God made me the way I am, you know, and I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change my core values, my belief system. There's compromise in life, of course, but I think you have to stay true to yourself to be true, and I think that's really important for your inner mental health as well. On a personal note, obviously my exterior doesn't really match the now interior, and I know that this canvas that I portray and that people who don't know me see is judged, and that's okay. It's not okay, but it is okay. I find the grace and the mercy every day with strangers, to show them that if they just take a few minutes and spend that time with me, or spark up a conversation, they're always very surprised, I think, by what comes out. And so if God uses me as an example for that, then I'm happy to relay those conversations, or to show that being prejudice there's no time and space for it. We're all subject. Look, I do it myself. I sometimes find myself passing judgment, and I catch myself because I'm like, well, you know, you're in the same boat. Obviously, tattoos are one of the first things that people see about me. So some people love them and some people don't. I'm indifferent, actually, because obviously I have a different opinion of things right now, but I can't do anything about my exterior. But what I can do is show people that, you know, if you take a few moments, like I say, if you don't judge a book by its cover, and you can just take a few minutes, open up a few pages, see what's inside, you might just be pleasantly surprised. And I know I've touched on that before in other songs, but I think it's really true for this one. The fact that I've said that I don't really care what people think, I'm truly don't. Like, I want to love you regardless of what your opinions are of me. And for the most part, I don't have any problems with people. I think they quickly see my spirit, and that's great. But, you know, I do have a heart and I do have feelings. And so, you know, I say that in the song, that, you know, I think one of the first things I started to realize after I'd written this song was that, like, that age-old saying, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I think there's no saying that couldn't be further from the truth, because I think words do stick with you, and especially in childhood, you know, being bullied myself, actually, like, throughout all of childhood and adolescence, something I don't really talk about on top of other things that I endured. I think, you know, there are certain things that people have said down over the years that would have stuck with me for many years. And so I do just, you know, I think it's important that people are very impeccable with their word. You know, everything you say has a lasting impression. And so I think if you're going to say anything, kind of say it with integrity, and be mindful that other people don't always have the same views as you. And so it's really important just to remember that we're all in this together. And if you can do it with love, you know, I love a bit of criticism, but constructive criticism. There's no point in telling me, oh, what you do now is really crap. Brilliant, but what can I do that's better? Or how can I make this better for you? But really, that's not why I'm here. I do what I do now because it serves my heart, and I think in doing that, I'm serving other people. And that's why I continue to come back to thyself. I think if you're not serving from that cup that is half full, then people are not going to get the best version of you. And I think getting the best version of a person is way more beneficial for the world in general. So to really finish, I think the main message that I want to portray in this song is be you and be unapologetically you. No apologies. This is me. Love me or hate me. Really, I don't care. And I'm personally not going to change what you see in front of you unless it's changed for the better. I feel like, we're all capable of becoming better people. So that's the only way I'll change, is just to, grow and grow for the humanity that surrounds me. I'm not really here doing life for me. I want to be of use to others. And I'm so grateful that my gift of song and lyric seemingly does touch people. And thank you all for always encouraging me and for sharing your personal stories. They're what I live for, honestly. I hate to hear that people go through things, but everyone has a journey and we all have a story. And I think if we can all share them a little more, then everything will become a little more destigmatized. And that reflects back on mental health awareness, which is my main advocacy, that. So whatever I can do. So yeah, this is me, Clare Cunningham. You can already get it. It is part of my Mercy EP, which I released about a month ago. So very excited about this journey of these songs, and I hope you find some solace and peace in them. And just share your stories with me, and let's do this thing called life together. So please just strive to be a better you, and just always stay true to who you are, and don't let anybody change who you are. You'll always feel it in your gut. You all have that little spirit within us that will always send you warning signs if something isn't feeling good or it's feeling off. Listen to it. It's called your intuition. It is the Holy Spirit, and it's in you. And so if you go within, you will never go without. I say that a lot, but I stand by it. So I love you all. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the song.